Now we hear that there might be a budding romance between you and an unnamed athlete on Beyond the Villa. Can you give us any update on that?
I'm happy in a relationship.
Ooh.
We're both living our best life. I feel like during the show, it's kind of early days, so you see like different. I don't get too into detail with it just because I signed up for this life, but also because we're still navigating it and working it out. But I'm never hiding anything from the audience or wanting to keep my whole love life completely offline. That's not the case. I just feel like we're just pick and choosing when to kind of share and making sure we're happy, which we are with each other. But I'm excited when the time comes to share with everyone.
It looks like Huda is officially off the market, TikTok official, and IG official. She just posted this on IG. It's a carousel of photos, and it looks like Louis asked Huda to be his girlfriend this weekend. And included in the carousel are just a bunch of cute photos of the adorable couple. Looks like Louis went all out, guys. All the balloons, the flowers, the big bear. And just yesterday, Louis had made it TikTok official with this adorable post. Huda posted tons of photos of them in the carousel. I think this is my favorite one. And you can see Huda in this photo surrounded by the flowers. The teddy bear with the roses is so stinking cute, but if you guys look real close, you can see that Louis also included some photos. It looks like there's a photo of Huda's eyes, and we all know Louis loves her eyes. He literally wears them around his wrist. And then another adorable photo of the couple. They've been together for a little over a month, so it was time to make things official. I mean, they even made it official before some of our Love Island couples, just saying. I feel like they match each other's energy so well. I really feel like this is the love that Huda wanted. And I'm glad it's the love that she is getting, and I'm very happy for Louida.
Oh, we're about to spill some piping hot tea today. And trust me when I say what I'm about to reveal will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about reality TV romance. We're talking secret relationships, Netflix drama that made headlines, and not one but two bombshell couples that have the internet absolutely losing their minds. The revelation later in this video, I'm still processing it myself, and I've been covering this mess for a while. Before we dive into this absolute chaos, smash that subscribe button if you love messy drama breakdowns, hit the like button, and definitely hit that new hype button. It's YouTube's latest way to support creators, and it helps our channel reach more tea lovers like you. Trust me, you'll want to be subscribed for what's coming in this series because the bombshells I'm about to drop today are just the tip of the iceberg. What I'm about to tell you involves Love Island stars, Netflix contracts, Andy Cohen getting absolutely roasted, and an NBA rookie who just secured himself the most gorgeous reality TV girlfriend on the planet. But wait until you hear what happens when billion-dollar streaming companies start throwing shade through highway billboards. Yes, that actually happened, and it's absolutely unhinged. Let's start with the couple that literally broke the internet and somehow managed to start a feud between Andy Cohen and Netflix of all people. Huda Mustafa and Louis Russell just went Instagram official, and the journey to get there has been more dramatic than any Villa storyline. First, let me paint you the picture of who we're dealing with here. Huda Mustafa, the 24-year-old bombshell from Love Island USA Season 7, who came in third place and left the Villa single after that absolutely iconic breakup with Chris Seeley. Remember that final date? Pure television gold. But what nobody saw coming was her stepping out just days later with Louis Russell, the 24-year-old serial reality show contestant who's been on more Netflix dating shows than I've had hot dinners. But here's where it gets complex. Louis wasn't just any random reality star. This man has appeared on Too Hot to Handle twice, Perfect Match Season 3, and even the UK's Celebs Go Dating. He's basically Netflix's golden boy for creating drama and breaking hearts. So when these two were spotted holding hands at the Grove in LA, just days after Love Island wrapped, eyebrows were raised. But what came next? Nobody was prepared for that level of chaos. But wait until you hear this next part because it gets absolutely wild. Rachel Recchia from The Bachelor was not having it. She called Louis selfish on the VL Files podcast, saying his red carpet stunt affected the entire Perfect Match cast. As she put it affects the whole cast because viewers were watching Louis build a connection with Sandy Gallagher on the show, while simultaneously seeing him couple up with Huda in real life. The drama was delicious. What happens next will make you question everything about reality TV contracts, though. During the Love Island USA Season 7 reunion, which was being hosted by Andy Cohen and Ariana Madix, things got spicy when they started questioning Huda about her love life. And this is where the tea gets scorching hot. When asked about her dating situation, Huda gave the most cryptic response that sent shockwaves through reality TV land. "I can't speak about my relationships outside the villa. Legal reasons. I'm not allowed to speak. It's Netflix. I'm not allowed to talk about it." When asked about her dating situation, Huda gave the most cryptic response that sent shockwaves through reality TV land. I can't speak about my relationships outside the villa. Legal reasons. I'm not allowed to speak. It's Netflix. I'm not allowed to talk about it. But the real bombshell I'm about to drop makes this look like child's play. Netflix actually responded to Andy's shade, and their response was so petty it became international news. They changed their official Twitter bio to "Don't at me IDK" within hours of the reunion airing.
In response, Netflix hilariously changed its bio on X to "Don't at me, I don't know."
But they weren't done being petty. Oh no, they went full nuclear.
Netflix is responding to Huda blaming them for not being allowed to speak about her new relationship during the Love Island USA reunion in honestly the craziest way possible. I am freaking out over this. You guys need to see what Netflix did. Now, Huda's new man, Louis, was on the most recent season of The Perfect Match, which is a Netflix dating show. So Huda was essentially using this as an excuse to not speak on her relationship, even though they literally walked a red carpet together. Like, make it make sense. Well, Andy Cohen's response to Huda was, "You tell Netflix this is the #1 streaming show of the summer." And now Netflix has entered the chat, and I am honestly obsessed with what they did. They put up a billboard that says, "You have my permission to replace no with I can't, it's Netflix." And then the caption of this picture is the #1 way to say no of the summer.
They turned Huda's reunion moment into a marketing campaign. The level of petty is astronomical and honestly, kind of iconic. Louis Russell came to Huda's defense in the most passionate way possible.
You guys, Louis Russell had some choice words for Andy Cohen this morning on his TikTok. He posted a video where he was basically mocking what Andy was saying to Huda during the reunion, where he was talking about Love Island being like the #1 show.
Well, you tell Netflix that we're the #1 streaming show and Shut up. Just shut up. Yeah?
In his caption on TikTok, he said, "I am under Netflix, so Huda's response is doing that out of respect for me and what I got going on. And if she doesn't say she doesn't want to talk about it, it's as simple as that. She ain't got to."
Huda also clapped back with her own explanation that revealed something deeper about the pressure she faced.
Taking to her TikTok story, Huda shared this message with fans. "I prefer to share details about my relationships on my own terms, not for a TV show." And at the end of the clip, a quick shot of Louis.
Repeated pressure to open up, especially when it's excessive, makes me uncomfortable. She added that they edited out most of Andy's questions, suggesting he was way more persistent than what viewers saw. There's actually more to the Netflix situation than anyone realized. It turns out that Perfect Match Season 3 hadn't finished airing when the reunion was filmed, and contestants are required to keep their dating lives private until all episodes drop. So Huda was technically following the rules, but the way she handled it created the biggest streaming platform versus reality TV host feud in television history. Just last week, Huda and Louis finally went Instagram official with the most romantic post featuring "Be Mine" balloons and white roses everywhere. They've been to London to meet his family. She's met his mother.
Have you guys met each other's families? I know yours is probably in England.
Yeah, she's met my mom.
Oh, cute. Yeah. Nice. Have you been to England or you're out here?
I've been to London, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. That's amazing, guys. You have?
And they're officially off the market. They've sworn off dating shows forever and are planning their actual future together.
So you guys won't be in any more like dating shows then if you're like a couple? Like that's one of the downsides.
Hell no. Why is that downside?
Well, I mean, you can't go on like The Challenge or any of these like Netflix where they get all the different shows together.
I think what we have is more important than any dating show.
While everyone was focused on Huda and Louis' Netflix drama, another Love Island star was quietly building something special with an actual professional athlete. Meet Liv Walker, the 22-year-old Australian bombshell from Love Island USA Season 6, who left the villa single but has now landed herself one of the most eligible bachelors in professional sports. We're talking about Dalton Knecht, the LA Lakers rookie who was the 17th pick in the 2024 NBA draft, fresh off his rookie season with the Lakers. This relationship has been brewing in plain sight, and the clues were everywhere if you knew where to look. Back in March, months before anyone knew they'd even met, Liv posted a TikTok that fans now realize was her shooting her shot with Dalton. The girl was manifesting this relationship from the beginning, and honestly, the power of manifestation is real because it worked. The timeline is absolutely perfect. During Love Island Beyond the Villa, Kaylor Martin spilled the tea that Liv was talking to this guy, this athlete. Liv herself confirmed she was seeing someone, but kept it cryptic, saying, "I am seeing someone, but it's early days. If it all goes well, you all will find out." But until then, pray and wish it the best. Internet sleuths started connecting the dots when a Dumois tip claimed Liv was dating the Lakers rookie. Normally those tips are hit or miss, but this one had receipts. Dalton follows Liv on Instagram, and remember that March TikTok where she hinted at having a crush on him? Suddenly it all made sense. Liv was being so careful about protecting this relationship, telling Extra that she wanted to make sure it's solid and we're both happy before going public. She explained, "I like to keep it private to start and, build the relationship together before I bring it out into the public." Her Beyond the Villa castmates had already met him and given their approval. She gushed, "I love him. He's a great guy, so everyone will find out soon." The fact that she had her reality TV family vet her NBA boyfriend is actually adorable. The confirmation came in the most subtle yet obvious way possible. Over the weekend, Dalton brought Liv to a University of Tennessee football game.
Olivia Walker from Love Island Season 6 has hard launched her new man on her Instagram. Ooh. Liv is also part of the cast of Beyond the Villa, and she had hinted at this man in the new season of Beyond the Villa. But today, she just hard launched her man, Dalton Knecht, from the LA Lakers. They're at a football game together today, and she hard launched him on her stories.
It was their soft launch moment. And honestly, the fact that he brought her to his college shows, this is serious. This isn't just any Lakers player. Dalton averaged 21.7 points, 4.9 rebounds, and shot nearly 40% from three-point range in his final college season. The man is a legitimate NBA talent who could be a future star, and he chose a Love Island bombshell as his girlfriend. The power dynamic is actually fascinating. NBA fans are reacting to this news in the most entertaining way. Reddit threads are commenting whatever it takes to get him confident in his stroke again, and as a Love Island fan, this was so out of left field. One comment that made me laugh said, "A bombshell has entered the stadium," which is honestly the perfect way to describe Liv's entrance into the NBA WAGS world. The implications for both of their careers are staggering. Liv's Instagram following is about to explode, and Dalton just gained access to a completely different demographic of fans. Love Island viewers don't typically follow basketball, but they're about to start caring about Lakers games real quick. Modern celebrity relationships work in fascinating ways. The couple has been spotted at multiple events together, including what appears to be a very romantic setup based on social media posts from WAG's Instagram accounts. They're not hiding anymore, but they're still being strategic about how much they share. This relationship actually makes perfect sense when you break it down. Liv is 22, beautiful, has her own career and following, and isn't just looking for clout. She was already successful before this relationship. Dalton is 24, focused on his basketball career, and clearly wanted someone who understands being in the public eye but isn't thirsty for attention. It's actually a mature match that could last. Both of these stories intersect in the most fascinating way, and I'm about to reveal something that will blow your mind about how reality TV romance has evolved. Both Huda and Liv represent a new generation of reality TV stars who are being incredibly strategic about their post-show relationships. They're not just jumping into the first showmance opportunity or dating within the reality TV bubble for clout. Instead, they're building genuine connections with people who have their own careers and success. Huda chose someone who's also in the reality TV world, but with different network obligations, creating a Netflix versus Peacock situation that nobody anticipated. Meanwhile, Liv went completely outside the reality TV sphere and landed an actual professional athlete who brings his own level of fame and scrutiny. The women are the ones controlling the narrative in both situations. Huda stood her ground against Andy Cohen and protected her man's career even when it made her look secretive. Liv kept her relationship private until she was ready to share it, regardless of fan speculation and pressure. They're not playing by the old reality TV rules where you immediately capitalize on any attention. Both relationships are also challenging the typical post-reality show timeline. Usually, reality stars date each other for a few months, break up dramatically, and move on to the next person from the same shows. But Huda and Louis are talking about meeting families and building something real, while Liv and Dalton are already at the bringing her to meet the college friends stage. Both couples are dealing with massive public scrutiny, but they're handling it by prioritizing their actual relationships over public perception. That's revolutionary in this space. These aren't just relationships. They're strategic partnerships between people who understand fame, have their own careers, and are building something together rather than just riding each other's coattails. Let me take you back to the most iconic feud that came out of this entire situation, because what Netflix did to Andy Cohen deserves its own chapter in reality TV history books. When Andy made that comment about Love Island being the #1 streaming show of the summer, he was throwing shade at Netflix for controlling Huda's ability to speak. What he probably didn't expect was for a billion-dollar corporation to clap back with the pettiness of a real housewife. Netflix's response strategy was actually genius marketing. They turned a potentially negative situation into a meme that generated more buzz than any traditional advertisement could have. The highway billboard stunt, that wasn't just petty, it was calculated brand warfare. Netflix was essentially saying, we're so big that we can turn your criticism into our advertising, and there's nothing you can do about it. Both Huda and Liv represent a new breed of reality TV star who understands that the show is just a launching pad, not their entire career. They're not staying trapped in the reality TV ecosystem. They're using their platforms to access completely different worlds and opportunities. Huda and Louis finally gave us the content we've been waiting for. The Instagram official post was romance novel material, but here's what's really wild. They timed it perfectly after all the Netflix drama died down, and Perfect Match finished airing. What happens next will make that romantic gesture look like just the beginning, though. TMZ caught them at LAX, looking absolutely smitten, and they revealed they're done with dating shows forever. These two are building something real that goes way beyond their reality TV origins. But here's the twist that changes everything. They're not just swearing off dating shows, they're actively building a life together. Huda has been to London to meet his family, and Louis has integrated into her friend group. This isn't just a relationship, it's a complete life merger. Both couples are proving that reality TV can be a launching pad for real love, but only if you're strategic about it. They've shown that protecting your relationship from public pressure is more important than getting immediate gratification from social media attention. So what do you think about these power couples? Are you Team Huda and Louis navigating their Netflix drama, or Team Liv and Dalton with their cross-industry romance? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I need to hear your theories about what's coming next for both of these relationships. And if you're as obsessed with this drama as I am, make sure you're subscribed, because we'll be following every development in this ongoing saga. Trust me, with these couples, there's definitely more tea to spill. The question is, are you ready for whatever bombshells they drop next?